What's going on, guys? This is Remy with Level 1 News. And have you ever thought that you needed headphones that you can completely break down to the singular level? And I mean, whether you wanted to change out the headbands, the ear cups and stuff like that. Well, AIAIAI has been around for a while, and their TMA-2 line, TMA-2 line, basically lets you do that. While they have some configurations kind of pre-made, their biggest thing is the fact that you can build out your own and have a modular design set of headphones. Now, while they have different configurations, the ones that they sent over are pretty unique and sort of giving me a kind of a bit of a balance when I was using them. They sent over the H03 headbands, which is the leather headbands. They sent over the S04 speakers, which are a little bit more bass, a little bit less on the mids, and a little bit in between on the treble. The E04 ear pads, which are the leather ear pads for better insulation, and the C02 coiled cable, which is a bit of a longer cable, but there are different cable, obviously, configurations you can get with this. Now, the different sounds that you would get depends on your preference. So don't get a little too scared of what I got or something that I got being more of a premium. I'll get into that a little bit later on what I mean by, what your sound preference might depend on, whatever the price might be also too. It is one thing to note that, while they have this all on their builder section, it would have been nice to have sort of your accessories bag in that same area that you can pick right after that. It's kind of funny that they would think that, something like the bag or a case would be an option. It's definitely 100% needed for a bag like this. We didn't actually have a bag at all, and I made the poor mistake of throwing these headphones in my bag with something else in it, and it scratched it up. So definitely get a bag from the accessory section. Now, the overall sound quality was good. What we got was something that gave us a little bit more bass, with a little bit less mids and middle and the treble, like I said before. But overall sound was actually pretty decent. The mids didn't look like it was getting drowned out by the treble or the bass. It just felt like it was a bit punchier than you would get on just like a standard set of headphones, or something that would, it would be trying to push the limit on one of the things that I just mentioned. The build quality for it is actually pretty great. The band itself is plastic, but I don't think it actually has a plastic feel. Now, you gotta remember that, when we got it in, it came in a box, and this is a modular set of headphones. So we've had to put the whole thing together. Everything was relatively easy right out of the case, as you're seeing me do it right there. And there was only like 1 or 2 points of reference for actually stating like an installation, probably putting the bands with the cups and stuff like that. But once you put it all together, it was actually easy to use and maneuver from there. The one thing that I would say is that once we put it together, the first 2 times we didn't get sound from one of the ear cups, and we thought something was wrong. We just kind of disconnected and then just reconnected things to make sure that they were all plugged in correctly, and everything ended up working fine. So make sure that you actually have everything plugged in correctly before you use it. Not to say it should be bad one way or another, but just kind of make sure that you're not freaking out over it. Now, you notice that the overall design is pretty minimalist. I'm pretty good about it being minimalist. The whole sleek black, kind of matte black design is something that I really like and can go for. So that is something that's cool, and I like walking around with that. It's definitely my kind of appeal. I would say that I would like there to have been more options on their website. While they only have really the one color wheel, it would have been nice to sort of have something like even like a yellow Camaro, which is like a pretty strong yellow and stuff like that, on the headband versus anything else. And now, on that note, it would be really cool to kind of customize these things. So if anybody knows of someone that can actually paint over and customize these, I have some pretty cool ideas, and maybe we'll do another video on that. Now, the overall price, it's not the cheapest set of headphones, but it's not really the ones that's gonna break the bank. Now, with that said, you're not really competing with the overall market of like something that's over $500 or so, but the price, ranges from like $235 and up, and sometimes that can equate to, the quality of what you're getting even with the parts that you select. But that's only 50% of the equation, as the other percent of the equation is your personal preference. So if you did want something that had more mids, less treble, maybe somewhere in the middle with bass or something like that. You can choose your options. We just say that probably don't go with the cheapest options because it tries to give you an overall substance of sound, which tends to wash out things on one end. Picking everything was also really good. The website is pretty sleek and pretty intuitive on using it. You know, it's easy to get around, nice design, but the big thing is the actual builder. So the TMA-2 builder, you could see it actually happening when it's like swapping something in and out. So you get a kind of idea of what things might look like. And that is actually really good and easy to use. So the bottom line, what AIAIAI has done, has given people with the price point and budget of something that's like $230 to $350, a pretty decent bang for your buck. Listen, the point is here is if you wanted to put together your own set of headphones, if you wanted to get something modular, if you wanted to change things out, this is pretty easy to do it. You know, while these options are available, if you don't want something, hell, you don't need to get it. So you could just get the ear cups, just the headband, and you'd be perfectly good with those options. And to put it in another way, you know, when you get decently expensive or cheap headphones, if an ear cup goes out or the thing is just broken, it's done. You have to get the whole thing replaced. So you pretty much have to pay out to get a new set unless you have some sort of insurance on it. But otherwise, that's what's happening. With this, you know, things kind of go faulty. Not to say that it does, it's just more of like, you know, with the longevity that you're using something, if you wanted to change it out or if you wanted a certain sound at a certain point, then you can just change that on modular and it's not breaking the bank to do so. Hell, the fact that you can take the sound ear cups and go from wired to wireless on some configurations, that's enough for us to want to keep using this and see how far we can get them. So I hope you guys like this video. Definitely like and subscribe. Let us know what you think, what options you would prefer if you try these out yourself, or if you want us to try it out in different configurations. Check us out on other videos. Hit the like and subscribe button. It definitely helps us out, give you more content, give you more streaming, and I hope you guys enjoy. This is Remy with Level 1 News. I'll catch you guys later.